Let's do it.
What's going on, YouTube? This is TR Bailey 823 here, and I'm here with Dalton Bausman, Tyree Tinsely, and Brandon Wigley. Dalton top 8'd this event, and Tyree got top 16, and they played the same deck, so they're here to kind of talk about this really interesting deck. What would you guys call this deck?
Gat.
Gat?
That's what it is.
All right.
Show the dice.
Oh my god.
It's gat.
What?
Some people, you know what a gat is? Slang for a gun.
Oh, okay.
3 armors, obviously, I guess. Are these obvious?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of the. I'm joking. Calm down. 3 of these. This still good.
It makes Gig an X-Porter.
Yeah.
So
The card's insane.
Yeah,
that's the big part.
Still the relevant.
Drawing is not bad anymore.
Right. 2 of these.
How is that for you guys?
This is the best card in the game. Always.
Well, why do we play it though?
So you can call the deck plus 1 machine.
Okay, so when we were making the deck, you're taking out MK2. We took out MK2s, which were essentially 3 normal summons, and we wanted more starter cards in the deck. So we didn't want to depend on drawing these 6 cards, the 6 engine cards.
Sure.
So we put these in so that if we didn't get to in our first 5 cards or first 6 cards, then we would have like a play that would advance our game state to get us to our engine.
If you open the armor and the sanctum, was it ever kind of weird for you to have the card?
Well, no, because the way that we played it is you always
teach people how to play.
You always set armor before you card, because then the next turn you can flip armor.
You go ahead,
get your search, and then play card, and then you're still getting your advantage off of you're saying.
So you run ahead of your opponent in one turn.
You're keeping tempo with the game and still getting your card.
That's awesome. Yeah.
This deck is actually just terrible. They made the worst.
Did you lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna do a profile with me after this, right?
After this,
Yeah. No. Okay. Worth a try.
And then 2 more.
they made the worst game.
Ah.
2 moral talks. All right.
Yeah. Yes. Other best cards. Half of the best card.
Good, but it's horrible.
Half of the second best card. I don't know. I don't.
Book.
Book of Moons.
That's.
You don't like it?
You act like it's just like the best card.
It is the best card.
I don't know. Whatever.
People
Thank you. My friend Pono will see this and be like, Brandon Wigley said it's the best card.
Book of Moon is
Book of
really
Moon is
good.
great.
It stops breakthrough skills. The Phoenix Chains, they'll play Sanctum when you flip armor.
I like it when you flip armor like breakthrough, so I attack into each book when they like.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Go Dark Hold.
It's reactive, I guess, so it doesn't matter.
Dark Hold's for established fields, obviously.
Soul charge.
2 Soul Charge. We were thinking about going to 3 on this, but that was another card you didn't want to see in your opening hand, and you didn't want to see multiples. So.
Sure.
3 upstart, best card, other best card, next to the other best cards. I really like this card.
Okay. It's not a card.
Yes.
Oh, well, we draw.
Bottomless.
Warning.
Compulse.
They can see those. I mean,
But you can explain compulse maybe.
That's a beautiful trap lineup.
Thank you. Compulse.
we didn't really want it, but
Compulse was like the last card. It was just.
It's pretty bad.
It was the last. It was the best. Worst best.
It was
It was the worst best trap like that we could add in. It was actually just the last trap we
had
added.
to pick something.
Yep.
This was okay for me.
Yeah, call's good. It kind of sets up similar plays to where where we used to have gear. Now you just call armor and then flip it. Call Moral Talk and pop a card. But that was another card you didn't really want to see it early game, and you didn't want to see multiples, so you just played 1. Needle Sealing for
Worked out. For some reason that worked out because like even with all the hat and stuff here, it was just really good for me.
Yeah, I accidentally messed up when I wrote my deck list and wrote Trapjack's Nightmare on my deck list.
You played Nightmare.
I played that over this, but I don't think it was really irrelevant at all.
It was actually really good for me.
Yeah, this card, I really like this card as well.
I'd probably cut Compulse for a 3rd one.
Yeah.
With all of the breakthrough skills getting played, and if you can't get rid of your armor or like excel or anything, this just protects it on top of the other applications. But
when you breakthrough skill armor, they're forced on their next turn to get rid of it, or you're just gonna they took a -1 from the breakthrough skill, so it puts them sort of on a clock to get rid of armor, and if you can protect it, then you pull pretty far ahead in the game.
This card's amazing against
Yeah, breakthrough skill, Felgran, artifacts.
Exciton Knight.
Exciton.
I won a game from breakthroughing an Exciton Knight and then summoning DD Pro attacking over it.
Also with Cat being popular now, like Phoenix Chain would get Ignition, and this card, it doesn't get MST Ignition, so.
It's really good versus when they have when it's in graveyard too, obviously.
tab.
It's kind of funny how the card got good, then bad, then I guess.
It's when, I don't really know. People were hyping Lightsworn and Sylvans more for Nationals, so I personally, I played Geargia at Nationals, and I cut it to 2 because I was afraid I was going to play more of those decks, and I didn't want to see multiples, but in this event, I figured I was going to play more Hat, so I wanted to draw it. I wanted to see that as soon as possible. It was very good.
Wiretap's absurd against Hat.
Yeah, it's good against this.
Also, since we're playing the Artifact engine, putting back Breakthrough Skill is pretty relevant, so we just needed that. So.
3 of these. More traps.
3 chains?
Yeah.
No effects go through.
Yeah.
That's just not allowed.
And then obviously 3 seconds.
That is the best trap.
Yeah, best trap in the game. Maybe besides more.
So basically, that card basically said your opponent doesn't even have an opinion.
That's
you don't have an opinion.
It's also another card.
No opinion.
Geargia is pretty passive, and Sanctum it puts a body on board and puts pressure.
So what was your answer to drawing Moraltok? Did you have one?
Just
I mean, you play it right to where if you read they have an MST or something, like if you're playing its Hat, then a lot of times they'll end phase because you're playing Geargia. They're not playing like you're playing Artifacts. So if they're playing the mirror match, they won't end phase anything. But when you're playing Geargia, you can hold it and then set it as your only card, and then it'll end phase that, and you get your 1 point out. It's obviously not good to draw it, but
I'm assuming one of the other one of you were considering instead of Compulsion maybe like a black one for Excite Tonight, or did that become a problem for any of you guys? Excite Tonight
and Treasure Trap and Nightmare.
Yeah.
He played Nightmare, so
Yeah, that worked a few times. There was. Oh yeah, and also you can tribute summon for it. So when I draw like the Geargiano, I don't know. I tribute the Geargiano and the Voltec together a lot. Just set it as a bluff and then tribute.
That's true. I forgot that's a mechanic.
Attributed a
or if an Exceed gets Speed Machine, just random applications like that. It's obviously not the plan to draw.
One of these for Infernity Sylvans. Did you sign in for Sylvans? I signed in for
Infernity Sylvans. Dalton played against Fire Kings in top 16.
Yeah, I also signed it versus Hat.
Oh, that's kind of
Trying to stop the Beagle Tech combos. I don't know if you guys agree, but whatever. Alright, it's good.
Against Cats.
Yeah.
I never use that.
Good against Lightsworn, just keep recycling it. Yeah, it came up once for me yesterday.
It's good against Bujins also. Made top 8, so.
Top 4?
Should have used 3 of those. Should have used 3.
Yeah, there were supposed to be like 2 in the main and 1 on the side, but we ended up like moving things around and we could only fit 2.
Probably should have played 3.
Yeah, somewhere, there should be a 3rd one somewhere. This card steals hands, and then if there's a mirror match, then it's good.
Floodgate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Floodgates.
Yeah. This is just what
Decree out.
to replace your wiretaps for.
In the Sylvan and Dragon matchup, you don't want wiretaps in, but then you still want to be, like, you're still worried about the decrees and the skill drains. Sylvans play the field spell and fertilizer, so you don't want wiretap in those matchups, but you want something to deal with those, and that's the replacement. We just take out 3 wiretaps for these.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it also triggers your roll attacks. That came up a couple times, I guess.
So game 2 and 3, if you draw more attack.
Yeah, there's your.
Yeah, we could do the really awkward play.
We thought about maining them, but
Wiretap's too good.
Too risky.
yeah. We thought Hat was going to be the most popular deck, so.
Against the Fire King guy, he set 4 against me.
Apparently it was Infernity.
And I MST'd the bottomless. I felt so good in the Arsenal. Yeah, Needle Selling obviously just a second one for Infernities.
30 for
The 3rd prison, huh?
Yeah.
Just against hands, because it was something where, like, against artifacts, you wanted to be offensive, but you couldn't because you had to fear hands. So a lot of times you'd be making exceeds and putting them in defense, or if they break through skill your armor, again, it's like this stops the hands and it protects armor.
You're not supposed to finish in hand.
Do you guys like that also against water, the dimensional prison? Did you guys bring in the 3rd one?
I don't know about the 3rd one. Like I don't think I would take the 2 out, but I wouldn't put the 3rd one in. It's good to answer title. I
don't want to see like too many of them. I don't want too much.
Title and Megalo.
Yeah,
it's a big 3.
It's also good against Grunix.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's pretty good against Grunix.
That's relevant.
Apparently it is, right?
Another Floodgate.
Oh, it's a super rare. You have to play that. Be illegal not to.
Yeah.
2 of these.
That card is the truth.
Sylvan Lightsworn.
Grunix again.
Oh yeah? Stardust Dragon? No?
No, well, yes, but it
Didn't
never
happen?
came up. No, we didn't really ever side this card in, did we? Did you?
No.
Either of you? I sided in one time.
I
It's just
tried
there.
it in, but I never drew it.
and one of these for the mirror match. Clearly, there could have been a Murmillo somewhere, but
It's like you guys just made this deck and forgot the Murmillios. You're like, wait a second.
I don't know, we talked about it, and we didn't want to side in more monsters because there aren't really monsters that you can side out. So when you're siding, you're taking out traps, spells, and traps, and putting in more monsters.
Plus, I've noticed like Murmillo hurts against the hands, and your deck doesn't even lose to hands at all ever, but Murmillo can get like screwed by an ice hand. So
3 of these, obviously. One of this card's really good. It came a bunch of times, just random things, popping things.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think it's well explained.
I never something crazy.
We had extra room because we didn't play the rank 3s, so we had this for skill drain, just I guess in case if it came up. This is all kind of standard.
Yeah, I didn't run.
Hopefully you have one. Do you?
get mad every time you people get mad when you show that.
Well, I ran Ragnar Zero.
They hope you
This won me a bunch of games.
Tyree played Ragnar Zero.
It actually came up. I faced Medolches.
Yeah, you played Dolce.
This beats Medolches
So you
too.
get to draw.
Oh, I guess. Regardless. You like this card. I don't really know. I never summoned this card ever.
That card's really good, just like for Phoenix Chain's breakthrough. Like if they have breakthrough skill engrave, it can redirect it. So if you have a Sanctum and they have breakthrough engrave, you just bring this out, and then now they can't break through your Sanctum play. So
This is obvious.
There's something that's like.
Yeah,
that card's amazing.
that card was
What?
really.
Is that like Catastrophe?
Evil gets you narrow.
It's more of like a 2100 attack dweller. After damage calculation, when it destroys a monster by battle, instead of sending it to the grave, you can detach a material to put it back in the deck. So it deals with the hands and plays around Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's genius.
And then Utopia. I really like this card. I won 3 matches because of it. So
Wait, is that a proxy? No, I'm just messing with you.
stops the hands from attacking.
He's the day one.
That's smart. That's really
He
smart.
really is the day one.
So, do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I mean, they topped with this. So I don't know.
Not really. No.
No, it worked.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Plus one machines.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I appreciate the profile and congratulations once again for topping, and see you next time.